LBC Athletics would like to thank these sponsors for their support of the weekly Horse with No Name podcast. PALCS, Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School. Lancaster Toyota, lancastertoyota.com. World Team, us.worldteam.org. Kistler Tiffany Benefits, ktbenefits.com. Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, fixbones.com. And B.R. Kreider & Son, Incorporated.
Welcome to the Horse with No Name podcast. We've taken a couple months off for the start of the winter season as well as the holiday season, but now we are back and should be back on our weekly routine. Lots has happened over the past couple of weeks here at Lancaster Bible College as the men's and women's basketball teams have gotten off to terrific starts in conference play, while the men's volleyball team has opened its 2018 campaign here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The men's basketball team is off to an 11-4 start this season. They are a perfect 7-0 in NEAC play. The Chargers have had this week off, but played 3 times last week, defeating Gallaudet, Penn College, and Keuka, all of those games happening here at Horst Athletic Center. The Chargers played a tough Keuka team last Sunday and were able to come away with a 69-59 victory over the Wolves, who've been playing impressive basketball up in the northern division of the NEAC. Lancaster Bible is 2 games clear of everyone else in the NEAC South Division. They'll look to extend that lead this weekend when they play Bryn Athyn on Saturday, January 20th, tomorrow, down in the outskirts of Philadelphia, down there at Bryn Athyn, PA. The women's basketball team is 9-7 overall this season. They're also off to a perfect 7-0 NEAC conference play start. Like the men, the Chargers have won all 3 games last week when they defeated Keuka, Penn College, and Keuka here at the Hack. Chargers knocked off Keuka 62-58 last Sunday in a hard-fought contest here at Horst Athletic Center. Sophomore Caitlin Hickey and senior Kirsten Webster combined for 45 of the team's 62 points to help the Chargers to the win. The big 3 of Hickey, Webster, and Goyak, that being Courtney Goyak, have paced the Chargers for much of the season as Goyak leads the NCAA Division III in rebounds while Webster leads in free throws made, both of those the tops in Division III. The Chargers also face Bryn Athyn tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Both of those games will have live video links. They can be found on the schedule page of each team on LBCChargers.com. The men's volleyball team opened its 2018 season on Tuesday night with a 3-0 loss to third-ranked New Paltz. The Chargers were in the match the entire time and had chances to win the second and third sets before eventually falling 25-22 and 27-25 in those sets respectively. The next night, however, the Chargers did get into the win column. They defeated Wilkes 3-1. Junior Nate Miller had 21 kills for the second consecutive night as the Chargers look to be quite a strong team here in 2018. They're at the Jim Coleman Invitational on the campus of Wittenberg University in Springfield, Ohio this weekend. They'll play 3 matches there, 2 today, 1 tomorrow, before returning home on Wednesday night to host Arcadia at 7 o'clock. Lancaster Bible has several home events next week. The LBC men's basketball team will host Muhlenberg on Monday night at 7 o'clock. It's the final non-conference game of the season for the men's team. The women are done with all of their non-conference games already this year. So the men will take on the Mules here at 7 o'clock and look to earn a mid-season non-conference victory, and hopefully with that win would improve to 13-4 this season. The LBC men's volleyball team and the aforementioned match on Wednesday night against Arcadia at 7. And then both basketball teams are back here in action next Saturday as they take on Penn State Abington. The men's game will be at 1 p.m., the women following that at 3 p.m. You do want to come out here to the Hack and catch the men's volleyball team on Wednesday night. It's their final home match until March 2nd. They do not have any home February matches, so if you'd like to come out and see the team and how they look early in the season, Wednesday is about your last chance. They do play at Messiah on the 27th, so that's another local contest. But as far as matches go here in the Hack, you'll have to come out on Wednesday night and see them play Arcadia. The spring season is just around the corner. The baseball, softball, women's lacrosse, and both tennis teams are about a week away from practicing or so. The weathermen say it's going to be 50 degrees here this weekend in Lancaster, so with that in mind, the smell of fresh grass and the bat hitting the ball can't be too far behind, so we're looking forward to those seasons getting underway. The baseball team has some games scheduled for late February, and the softball and lacrosse teams begin both in late February and early March. The tennis team kicks off early in March as well, but practices do begin in about a week to 10 days or so here on the campus of Lancaster Bible College. I want to thank you for watching this week's episode. We'll be back with our weekly routine starting next week and bring you some interviews with students, coaches, and bring you all the things that are happening here at Lancaster Bible College. It's been specifically within the athletic department. If you have a chance to this weekend, it's not athletics, but Mary Poppins opens this week with the Worship and Performing Arts Department. They'll be hosting Mary Poppins all weekend long, this weekend and next weekend at Good Shepherd Chapel. You can go to lbc.edu for tickets concerning Mary Poppins. And of course, the LBC men are back in action here on Monday night. Once again, I want to thank you for watching this week's episode. We'll see you on Monday night for the LBC men's basketball team hosting Muhlenberg at 7 o'clock. Go Chargers, go!